at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Corral. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Browns at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Chubb on the read option. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Again, it's Chubb. He stiff arms him. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Hey,
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're going to try and throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Corral. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Hines. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now it's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Hines. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run the counter. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run the counter. Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. off tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. York now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Buying time to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On second down, it's Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run the counter. Hines. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. It's Hines.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now back to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now.
York able to send this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
160 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They run again on first down. Chubb calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Corral going to sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Second and 14. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop as they watch the other side just score. But remember,
there he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play. Big-time result.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw.
Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
2nd and 4.
The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. John Ross from 10 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Browns, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.